Hello guys, Bonker here, and 5.0 has finally dropped. Now I know a lot of people were really excited for that. I know I was. But me and a few others were definitely excited for one specific quality of life feature. And that was the artifact transmuter. Right here. But, as many of you probably logged on and found out, its implementation is extremely disappointing. Let's jump into why. So as you can see, we now have the ability to craft an artifact of our choice. And you can define the main affix and minor affixes, so the main stat and the substats. Each of these have a different cost of the new currency. So this one, the flower and the feather, both cost 1 sanctifying elixir. Most people aren't going to be rolling for the feather or the flower because it is very easy to get the correct substats for these, as the main stats don't change. It's always HP and attack. So it's very good odds of you getting good substats because that's all you have to focus on. So you're not going to be wasting your, let's say, very precious sanctifying elixirs on these pieces. Next is the sands, which cost 2, but still, you're not going to be rolling for the sands because there are very few main stats that the sands can roll. So it is fairly easy to get a good main stat sands with decent substats. So that's going to be a skip. And then here, this is the big boy. This is the one that people are going to be rolling. This is the goblet, which, as you can know, which as many of you players will know, has the most amount of main affixes that it can roll, because it has to roll through all the different elemental type damage, on top of a few other stats like HP, defense, etc. So this one is the one that people are going to be rolling for, because getting the right main stat and good substats, extremely rare. And to reflect that, it costs 4 sanctifying elixirs. And I'm going to explain why that's a huge deal. And the other one that people are going to probably roll for as well is the circlet. Because getting a crit damage or crit rate main affix with, you know, double crit stats, pretty dang rare too. But, as you can see, you can only craft one piece of a set each cycle. But that doesn't even matter, because let's look how much sanctifying elixir you get every cycle. So from the artifact transmutator itself, all you get is 1 sanctifying elixir every cycle. So every 42 days, you get a single sanctifying elixir. You can only craft a feather and a flower with that, which, as I said, is going to be an absolute waste, because you're more than likely going to get good pieces for them very easily. So let's do the math. If a goblet costs 4, how long will that take? 42 days for a single elixir. Multiply that by 4. 168 days. That's 365 days in a year. That's nearly half a year to guarantee one goblet. My bad. Not guarantee. To get a chance at getting a potentially good goblet. And as many of you may know, you're probably just going to roll flat defense on that piece. Given how this is the way the system works, there's only one practical use for this system. And that is as an absolute failsafe for if you never get the piece that you're looking for. So let's say you never get a main stat with even half decent stats. Or maybe you don't even get the main stat at all after 6 months straight of farming. Yeah, that's the only thing this thing is used for. Because there's no other case where this would be useful. Because just through pure math, you're more than likely going to run into decent goblets. And you would need 25 level 4 5-star artifacts in order to get a single sanctifying elixir. It would be more efficient for you to just roll these +4 artifacts into another brand new 5-star artifact to check if you got a decent roll on the 4 substat. yeah, this is not worth the effort. You're probably wondering, there's gotta be other ways to get sanctifying elixirs, right? Well, there is. In the Battle Pass, at level 26, if you purchase the Premium Pass, you are able to get 1 additional sanctifying elixir. So you get 2 sanctifying elixirs every cycle if you're a Premium player. So it cuts down the time from free-to-play being 6 months to Premium being every 3 months you can get a goblet. My bad, a chance to get a potentially good goblet if it doesn't all roll into terrible stats. So, no other way? Let's look at events, maybe. Do events have anything? Reward previews? Nope. Primos, weapon mats, Mora, XP. Yep, same thing here. Yep. Nope. Don't see any of them. Okay, let's look at the painted presents. Maybe it's the weapon category? They give out the crowns here. Yeah, they give you the crown, but no sanctifying elixir. And speaking of crowns, do they sell those in the shop now? Every month, you can get 1 crown. Granted, it costs 50 star glitter, which is a lot, but at least you have the option to get one. Sanctifying elixir is nowhere to be found. Not in Stardust. Hell, not even in the material bundles. It's just Mora, weapon mats, fragile resin. Nope, not here. They don't even sell them. So I have to ask, MiHoYo, why are you limiting this resource so much? Now, I have a few guesses, but I think the main reason is because artifact farming is completely RNG and has no linear progression whatsoever. So MiHoYo probably sees it as a indefinite time sink to keep players in the game. But the problem with that is that players have a limited tolerance for this. I've asked both old and new players alike why they stopped playing Genshin, and both had the exact same answer. The grind for the game is just absolutely crazy. One example in particular, a longtime player who's played since, the launch of the game, said the reason why he stopped building characters was because he was tired, sick and tired, that picking 200 flowers for every single character he had to build. And I agree. It takes a long time just to ascend a character and their weapon to 80 to 90, along with their talents. It takes about a week for each character. And that's not even including the artifact grind, which that would take about 2 weeks on average, and that's being generous. More often than not, I've had characters where I've had to go a month plus of farming to even get a viable set. Not even an optimal, just usable. And then you add Imaginary Theater into the mix, and it compounds the issue even further. You need 18 characters. Fully built characters, mind you. Because I've tried that mode on normal, and I didn't even have usable artifacts on those characters, and it was not completable. You need to have built characters. And if the updates are going to be true, it's going to be harder. So you definitely do need to build these characters. And with that in mind, doing the math, it takes about an entire year, on a conservative guess, for you to even begin the hard mode of Imaginary Theater. As Naya will release before you're even able to start Imaginary Theater if you started building right now. That's absolutely insane. So, this is the reason why I am kind of adamant about how the system just didn't turn out to be what we honestly needed, not even wanted. It's what the game needs right now. But I'm not here to just complain. I want to offer some constructive feedback on what you can do, MiHoYo, to improve this system and keep more players in the game. Because Honestly, if revenue is what you're looking for, bringing in new players and getting them invested into these characters and wanting to pull for them and making it, you know, not absolute hell to build for these characters is going to keep them in the game and make them want to keep playing. So let's go back to the artifact transmutator. Where is it? There it is. So yeah, first things first, what I would do, change the limit from 1 every version to 1 every week. Make it a weekly thing. And the reason why that won't be broken is because you already have a limit for 1 piece for every set. That already encourages horizontal investment. And I know why this was done. It was so that you can prevent players from just hyper-focusing one single, you know, set to, you know, power level character and have insane artifacts done, you know, ASAP and then have to farm it all. With the 1% limit, you already encourage diversification and horizontal investment for Imaginary Theater. So, you know, let's do the math. If you get 1 per week, and it takes 4, to get the goblet, you get 1 goblet every month. That's not an insane rate. You're not getting like 1 of these every week. It's 1 of these every month, which is about as long as it would take to farm a set anyways. So now it becomes supplementary to the farm rather than an absolute failsafe that works every, you know, 3 to 6 months. Now players can actually, you know, put a lot of time into this system and get actual results out of their artifact farming. And while doing so, they will have to diversify their sets. So like, okay, I already built my Unfinished Reverie goblet for Kinich. Well, now I can't build another one, so I still have some Sanctifying Elixirs that have 42 days, and I don't want to, you know, waste my time. Let's go down the list. Oh yeah, that's right. I needed a better circlet for my clans. See, the system is already pretty good. You just need to change the rate at which you earn these. And if you want to make the battle pass more enticing, make it give 8 Sanctifying Elixirs. So you get 2 goblets if you pay for the, you know, the battle pass. That's starting to look attractive from, you know, from a price perspective standpoint. I might actually would, you know, get the battle pass, not even just for the weapon, but now for the Sanctifying Elixirs to help my builds. So this can be a win-win. You can get the revenue you want from encouraging the battle pass by increasing how many, but also making the system actually enjoyable and actually add, finally, some linear progression to the artifact grind in this game. Well, that's it for my thoughts on the artifact transmutation system. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. And if you agreed with a lot of the points I made, I ask that you share the video so we can get more eyes on it and hopefully someone at MiHoYo sees. Oh, you never know. Anyways, that's it for now. Bon, signing out.